Hello, my name is Shayna Bayo, and I'll be introducing my project. I'm creating a San Diego daycare database. In the program, you'll be able to search current center-based daycares and search for them by their name, the county, and zip code. I'll also create a way for you to sort the daycares by county and zip codes also. So basically, I created a main daycare class that will hold the data in a daycare array list. So this is my daycare class. It has the fields type, name, status, type A citations and type B citations, or when they get in trouble, sometimes they get citations. I just put that in there because people usually want to know what kind of citations daycares get. And also it will contain an address class. This shows aggregation because the daycare has an address. So the address class is right here, and this address class has the fields address, which is like the mailing address, city, state, zip code, and county. And the reason I have this and why aggregation is so useful is because if I ever wanted to expand my code to include other classes like foster homes or schools or whatever, I wouldn't have to rewrite as much. I could reuse the code, which is why aggregation is so important. So next, let me show you the main application class, which is called Daycare Database. This is where I will fill in the data from the data set and I'll put it into an array list. I ended up choosing to use an array list instead of regular arrays because an array list is more flexible and you can add and remove and it's just easier. I will eventually be showing how to use an array though, just not right now in the beginning project. So I have the method of read file, which this read file method, which is, where is it? It is, sorry, here it is. The read file method's right here, and this is how you will read the file, and I end up using a string tokenizer to add each of the data sets into an array list. And then I also am showing some exception handling right here, so when I read the file, I did exception handling for the file not found exception. So if there's no file, it'll get a message showing file not found. And next, I also have methods. I have a method called main menu. So when you have the main menu, let me just show you how it runs. I'll run the program. Sorry. So when you run it, it'll say, "Welcome to San Diego Daycare Search Portal," and it'll ask you a question, "What are you searching for?" Choose the corresponding number, and they'll have different methods for search for daycare, view all the daycares, etc. If I click on search for daycare 1, it'll then go to the next method, which is search daycares. I end up using a case switch loop so that you can go through each specific instance condition. And so if you go to the search daycare method, then it'll ask questions like, how do you want to search by it? And if I said by name, I could say Academy. Oops, I think I did something wrong. Oops, yeah, I forgot to put the number. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, let's redo that again. Oops. And I will have to do an exception handling for that, obviously, which I have not done yet. But and then I have to do 1, not that. And then it says enter name, daycare name, Academy. And then it'll say, hey, 4 daycares are found, and it'll give you a list of these, which I'm gonna fix the way it's shown. The toString file, toString method needs to be fixed, obviously. So that is my code. I'm also going to be showing inheritance and polymorphism. Eventually I'll be showing that. I'm going to be creating a comparable interface that the daycare class implements, which will show inheritance. This is useful because it's a way to create basically a universal method for comparing two objects. It can be used for other classes, and it's a way for me to sort through the data. So that is my project. Thank you, and have a good day. So far, this is my project.